First off, I can't help but laugh because this video had me dying. Hopefully you guys get a good laugh out of this as much as I did. So this is a video I found by a YouTuber that goes by Mrs. Eats, and she's Japanese, and the video is, you know, as a Japanese person, she explains what they really said in Street Fighter 2. This video, dude, I found this video like late at night, and I'm gonna tell you, I was rolling in. I actually rolled out of my chair. So hopefully you guys find this as funny as I did. But we're gonna react to this. So let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Is he saying, "Are you Ken"? It sounds like a Dugan. Wait, is he even speaking in Japanese?
Attack the fruity kid?
No, I'm not saying attack the fruity kid.
If they're actually speaking Japanese in this game, why doesn't it sound like it? And more importantly, what do those words even mean? I'm gonna break down all the Japanese you hear in Street Fighter 2, from the special moves to the meaning of the writing on the different stages. And just for fun, we're gonna take a look at this game too and try to figure out what means. But first, let's start with Street Fighter 2 and the most iconic character in the game, the chicken guy on the Chun-Li stage.
Dear Lord.
Round one, fight!
One cut, another cut, turn outside, one cut, hold it back, hold it, the whole chicken comes out, and the whole comes out like this.
The most iconic move is the Hadouken, but it doesn't sound like Hadouken at all. To me, it sounds like a Hadouken. Why does it sound so bad? It's mainly because of the limitations of technology at the time. Also, when you're playing, you hear the sound of the punching and kicking and then the background music and that makes it so difficult to hear. So that's why everything that the character says sounds so muffled, like. But what does Hadouken means in Japanese? Ha means wave, like a wave in the ocean. Do means movement. Ken means fist. Combined together, moving wave, fist. Next move is. Actually, he's saying Shoryuken.
Shoryuken.
Sho means rising. Ryu means dragon. Ken means fist. So all together, Rising Dragon Fist. I heard that a lot of non-Japanese people heard it as Are-you-ken or Sure-you-ken. That's so funny that non-Japanese people, try to make up the word in their own language, which we do it a lot. We actually have the same phenomenon called soramimi, means useless ear. And next, we get the most mysterious moves. It's not your fault if you couldn't hear what he's saying. It almost sounds like and also
This chick's hilarious.
Some people hear this. How's the shampoo can? How's the shampoo can?
You don't know what you're saying, do you?
Of course I do.
You don't know what you're saying.
Of course I do.
You don't know what you're saying.
I do.
So he's actually saying Tatsumaki Senpukyaku. Tatsumaki means tornado. Senpu means spinning wind. Kyaku means feet. So Tatsumaki Senpukyaku is powerful spinning leg kick like a tornado.
I'm sticking with Hatachefruket.
I didn't understand what he was saying either. Even though it was saying in Japanese, my own language, I don't think I can ever understand what he was saying. But in Japan, when you buy a game, they used to come with this small booklet that they talk all about the moves. So they also put the Tatsumaki Senpukyaku, how to read it, and then what's the special about the moves and stuff. But those aren't the only Japanese words that are used in the game. Actually, E Honda and Chun-Li actually spoke in Japanese in the game. But before we talk about that, let's check out this character from Mortal Kombat!
Finish him. Fatality.
This game wasn't that popular in Japan. Actually, I never heard of that game until Mr. Eats told me about this game. But he told me that Mortal Kombat was actually as popular as Street Fighter 2.
Raiden
So Raiden is the god of lightning in the game. And in Japan, we have the same god in the same name, Raiden-sama or Raijin-sama. You see a lot of small drums around him. He looks kind of scary or a little bit like a demon, right? But in the Mortal Kombat video game creator, he wanted Raiden to look like the character from this movie called Big Trouble in Little China. So, because it's a Japanese character and I'm Japanese, I'm very curious what he's saying.
Oh man, here we go.
Wait, one more time? Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know exactly what he's saying, but to me, he's saying, Bye my noroe! That's right. Bye my noroe! Bye means boob or boobs. So, hi! Mae narae is the line-up motion that kids have to do at school. Hi, mae narae! So in English, boob, line up! And you know, when you look at the Raiden's move, he's actually doing line-up move. So boob, line up!
The words that he's screaming, it's not real words. But some of the things that Americans thought he was saying was...
I can understand. LA! LA!
I don't know where they got
from LA! But I'm not convinced about them.
What's up, fam?
Your mother
How you doing?
is from heart.
Never forget about
I
that.
think he says pie.
'Cause that's all we got.
So now let's go back to Street Fighter 2. And
That-
let's take a look at what E Honda is
that
saying
took me
in
out, I'm not
Japanese
gonna
in the
lie.
game, and also Chun-Li.
The-
But
the-
before
the
that,
Raiden stuff
it's
took me out.
so fun to see so many people actually learning Japanese or Japanese culture from the video game I grew up enjoying playing. And learning Japanese through your favorite games can be fun. But if you're really trying to learn Japanese and you are doing it the old-fashioned way, it can be pain in the butt. That's why I recommend Rosetta Stone, the partner of today's video. I'm a visual learner, so I learn languages best when
Bro,
I can
I didn't even
see
realize
what
Rosetta
words
Stone
actually
was still
mean.
around
That's
until I
why
watched this video. I was
the
like, people still use
immersive
that?
of Rosetta Stone. First, you learn the language by combining words,
But
native speech,
we're gonna
and image
skip
together.
past this.
僕たちはこの秋まだ試合
But if
に
you're
勝っ
interested,
ていません。
jump on that Rosetta Stone.
E Honda. Now let's get back to E Honda. He doesn't speak a lot in the game, but he says this. So actually, he's saying "doskoi." My husband used to say "humhoi," but I was like, "humhoi? What does humhoi mean?" E Honda is Japanese. I don't remember E Honda saying humhoi in the game. Doskoi is a special chant that the sumo wrestler used to express their strengths and, you know, how powerful they are. Sumo wrestler actually, when they fight doskoi, doskoi, they don't say it. But for Japanese, it's a very easy to understand when somebody says doskoi is, oh, he must be a sumo wrestler. So I think in this game, creator wanted to make E Honda sounds even more like he is a sumo wrestler. So instead of he saying they said doskoi. Moving to Chun-Li, she's actually not Japanese, but she does say few words in Japanese here. Actually, the name of the move is Spinning Bird Kick, but she actually
Which we know
spoke
that.
in Japanese English accent, like Spinning Bird Kick. But there's one Japanese phrase that she says when she wins. Yatta is used when Japanese people celebrate or when they win the game or something. In English, you would say yeah or woohoo.
Hey, what's with all the noise?
But I don't know why this Chinese character actually spoke in Japanese. By the way, in Dude Stage, which takes place in Suzaku Castle, actually Suzaku Castle doesn't exist in Japan. It's based on real castle called Matsuejo in Shimane Prefecture. Looking at the Dude Stage and then real Matsuejo, I think they did a pretty good job. So when you look at the both side of the screen, you see like a small signs, right? Two signs there. It's actually said Furin-kazan. Furin-kazan is a strategy that made by a very famous Japanese shogun, Takeda Shingen. he actually liked to draw Furin Kazan, this word on the flag when they went to battlefield. Hu means wind, so move fast like wind. Rin means forest, stay still like forest. Ka means fire, fierce like fire. Zam means mountain, immovable like mountains. Altogether, it means combining speed, calmness, aggression, and stability. By the way, Honda stage is actually in the Sento. Sento is a Japanese traditional public bath. So let's take a look at the left side. You see the carton things hanging on the wall?
Banshee
It
Shigami.
says "you" in Japanese. "You" literally means warm water. But when you see this sign "you" in Japan, it 100% means public bath or hot spring. And also underneath the curtain thing, it says katakana, Capcom. So I guess this center's name is Capcom-yu, Capcom public bath. It is very neat. Actually, I just found out now, in between the mirrors is usually local advertisement. In Japan, the public bath is a very good way to promote your own local business like that. They usually put what kind of business they have and also the phone number as well. It's kind of hard to see, but I think it says Parma Perm, which is for the local hairdresser advertisement. There's another sign that says Honetsugi, means chiropractic. So that's a probably local chiropractic clinic put the ad here. On the right side of the stage, you can see a huge lantern. It says OED. OED means making great
What's
money,
up, Kyrie?
or the business is really doing good. So when you win the stage, you see the new picture on the Sento drawing. It said Shobu Ari, means victory decided. I think it's so cool that people all around the world can learn Japanese from our video games. On the other hand, a part of me dies from second-hand embarrassment when native speakers use these Japanese words without knowing their true meaning. This one, you've definitely seen before. Pervert. But it's actually not what you think it means. I'll tell the true meaning of this and other crazy Japanese words you guys use, but don't really understand in this video. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Okini.
Oh man. But yeah, this video, I'm not gonna lie. That video just did something to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's just freaking hilarious for like. Basically, it's just hilarious how even Japanese people look at like how things were pronounced in Street Fighter and we're like, why do they pronounce it like that? So, and I mean, I know like it's not too like far off where like people kind of in a lot of ways already know a lot of it, but I think what makes it funny to me is like the acknowledgement, right? That like even over there on that side of the world, they acknowledge that like some of the words for some of the characters are just kind of like made up. But the funny one to me is Raiden. Raiden. Boobs light up. Like, what? Who does that? That leads me to believe that like Ed Boon and John Tobias knew what they was doing. Low key, like I feel like they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing with the whole with that. I think they knew what they were doing. And the funny thing is, I played it back a good bit when I first listened to this video and was hearing how she said, you know, the phrase, and I'm like, I checked other Mortal Kombat games, and I'm like, it's definitely that. It's definitely that. I definitely believe it's that. So I can't unhear it now. Like after watching the video, like I can't unhear it. Like the Street Fighter stuff may have been known, but for me it was just the Mortal Kombat with Raiden, whatever. It's like, wow. And like, I don't know, I guess I just don't put it past Ed Boon and John Tobias to make that kind of distinction with the characters. I'm sorry. So I'm kind of curious now, low key, like I mean, Mortal Kombat's always had a bunch of gibberish in it. So for me, this video wasn't really that much about the Street Fighter stuff, but literally like the Mortal Kombat. I'm glad she snuck that in, because yeah, a lot of people already know this information, but it just, some of the stuff on the stages I didn't know about, like on the Honda stage with the whole, you know, show, whatever, I can't say it, Shoburari. Regardless, the victory has been decided. Like, that's really neat, you know. I think stuff like that's pretty cool. But it's I don't know, it's just interesting to me. It's interesting to me. So after watching this video, I started watching more of their videos and other videos about like Japan. I've been learning some stuff. It's pretty interesting, some of the stuff that was done on that side of the world. And it's like I said, it's funny to me that these types of things are done on that side of the world as they are on this side. So where Street Fighter used some gibberish in some cases, Mortal Kombat was definitely on top of that, like no other, man, seriously. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny. I found it funny. So if you guys found it any funny, as funny as I did when I first saw it, then yeah, by all means, let me know. But I'll definitely provide a link for that in the description so you guys can go check it out and give Mrs. Eats some support, because, you know, as a fighting game player, you know, it's kind of cool just to see how, I guess, kind of just add to this, right? It's just kind of cool to see people who don't really play fighting games kind of touch fighting games in like a different way with how they do their content. And like I said, I know this information, a good chunk of it is already kind of known, but it's just seeing how, you know, the native speaker, you know, reacts to it is still pretty entertaining. So plus Raiden, dude. But anyway, I'll provide a link to this in the description so y'all can check it out. So yeah, that's my spiel on that.